What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, the Season 8, Part 3 of the reunion. So if you haven't seen Part 3 of the Season 8 reunion of the Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Help me build my subscribers up. Help me get to 200, which isn't even a lot, but just help me out by hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button. It's free. It's anonymous. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I post. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words. I will say, so, like. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'll be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show, and anything I say, it's my opinion, and it does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And also, comment below what you would grade this final part of the Season 8 reunion, what you thought of it. If I forget anything or I'm off on anything in the comments, let me know. That's what you guys are here for, because I be stoned and I don't be remembering stuff. Let me know in the comments. And did I forget to say anything? Oh, my grade. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm gonna grade this reunion. This was probably the worst part of the 3 parts. I feel like I gave part 1 and 2 probably like between B minus, somewhere up there. But this part 3 was just so, it was just so unentertaining for me. Like, it wasn't given the way the first 2 was. And the first 2 parts wasn't even really given. But this last part, that's why I said, I think I said it in my last review, I feel like this last part could have just been, it could have just been, I mean, it could have not have been. It could have just been 2 parts. So, last chance, if you haven't seen part 3 of the Season 8 reunion of the Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. At the top of this reunion is we get where we left off at the end of last week's reunion, where Gordon's dropping this bombshell, which we found out he's been diagnosed with bipolar, but he was diagnosed 2 years ago. Now, don't get me wrong. Bipolar is a serious disease. It's a serious illness. Bipolar is serious. Do not get me wrong. And everybody don't know how to deal with it, and people deal with it different ways. I totally get that. But he's saying he had this for 2 years. So why now all of a sudden all this stuff is happening? It was just like, it felt too neatly tied up in a bow, and like Mia had no, and it wasn't, and none of it was Mia's fault. And I'm not saying that any of it was Mia's fault, but it's just, I just felt like how convenient of the situation. We thought we was gonna find out that Gordon actually wasn't the father, or we thought we was gonna find out that they was already divorced, or we didn't know what was going on. So Gordon, he shares that he's been diagnosed with bipolar. He says he's been diagnosed about 2 years ago. So of course Mia, she's getting emotional. Gordon is explaining how over the years he's gotten worse with the more success that he has gotten. He says that he won't see when a manic episode is coming on, but Mia will. As soon as I start this damn review, my foot won't start itching. Get the fuck out of here. The screen probably shaking. My bad. My foot itch. All right. So he says he can't see when these manic episodes happen. He says that that Mia can notice it before he can. So Andy of course mentions the incidents where he locked Mia in the room, and he also mentions when Gordon called Chris and Eddie and was trying to give them dirt on Mia. And G's like, well, I don't remember locking her in a room, but you know, bipolar, you can lose your memory. Sometimes you don't remember things when you're in a manic state, which is all true. But it's just like, I feel like this was all being cleaned up. And then Mia lied so much, it's just like, did he lock you in a room, bitch? Because he was like, I don't remember locking her in her room. But he admits that when he called Chris and Eddie up, that he was in a manic state. He does admit to taking Mia's cell phone, but he doesn't remember locking her in a room, he says. So this is when Andy asks Gordon, do you believe that Mia was having an affair? And Gordon's like, oh, well, what did he say? Because I had to write that down. He says, during the marriage, yes, but for the duration, no. And I'm just like, huh? What do you mean during the duration? That the duration means coming to an end. Wasn't she still sleeping with him coming to an end? I don't know. He says that maybe Mia would have... No, he says that he and Mia have forgiven each other. And he says maybe if he would have gotten control of his bipolar sooner, he and Mia would still be together. And I'm just like, no the hell y'all wouldn't. Because look at this. It's supposed to be for better, for worse. And as soon as you hit worse, she out the door. I'm just like, how convenient for this, all this for Mia coming out unscathed. So Gordon, of course, he's still trying to paint Mia. And I'm not saying that Mia's not doing these things, but it's just also convenient. He's like, he checked himself into a mental facility, and Mia has been there every day, every step of the way, had been there with him every day, bringing him clothes back and forth and all the things. So Giselle's like, well, what's going to happen to Gordon? You guys divorce? Well, Gordon's like, well, I'm a lot better now. I understand my illness now, and Mia's like, oh, I'll always take care of Gordon. And I feel like that's going to be a storyline for Mia next season. She's going to be with this dude, Ink, but still, like, taking care of Gordon. I just don't want to see her mistreat him. But at the same time, I can't be feeling sorry for Gordon because how you get him is how you keep him, man. He cheated on his wife with Mia, and now this is what's happening. But either way, so, Andy asks Gordon what's his relationship with Ink. And Gordon's like, he's like, oh, me and Ink are cordial. And he's like, look, I know I did things to push Mia away. So then Andy asks Gordon, how are you and your family now? And he says now his family understands that they kicked him out the company because he was in... He said now he understands that his family kicked him out because he was in a manic state. I'm like, do your family know that she was in a manic state? Because like I'm saying, like boxing bow is just looking too clean and tied up and spiffy tied up in a bow. It just I don't like it. He says that he and Mia have dropped their lawsuit against his family. He says that he's still a partner in the company. He never lost his partnership. He just lost the CEO title and a couple of shares or something like that. So then NECA's package is shown. I am just so tired of NECA. It's like, why won't she just pull the Giselle and Robin and just be like, I don't care anymore? She's still trying to get this moment from Wendy. And I'm glad Wendy's still just like, bitch, this is what it's going to be. So they show NECA's package. Afterwards, NECA shares that the IUI that they tried on the show was seemingly told y'all before, I'm my words. The IUI that they tried on the show, when they was on the show, it was unsuccessful. She says now she's on the IVF journey tip. So then, of course, Andy brings up to Karen the whole North Potomac situation, whatever. And And of course, Karen just wittingly, she's just like, oh, well, you know, I thought it was my duty to share with NECA that she lives in North Potomac. I mean, you do. What the fuck? It's like, you live in North Potomac. What the fuck is the big deal? Did Karen ever say out of her mouth that North Potomac wasn't part of Potomac? So, of course, Andy brings up the Shrine situation. He says that production had no idea about that storyline and that they initially wanted NECA to come in through the show as a friend of Wendy's because they had mutual friends. And he says that to him, Wendy didn't look pleased when she found out NECA was coming on the show. So then Wendy, she explains that the producers asked her if she knew NECA, and she simply said no. And she says, but the producers told her that NECA told them that she did know Wendy. And that was all it was. So NECA's like, we met a couple times before the show. We met here, we met there. If I went to 4 of Brandy's tours and I got a backstage pass to meet and greet with her, I could go up to people and be like, oh, I know Brandy. Like, come on, make it make sense. Like, I'm sorry, but like, let's take the famous person out of the equation. If it's just somebody regular, I just so randomly be at 4 different random spots and I run into this person. I don't know this person because I've seen them at 4 random places. I've seen people on the bus that I ride the same bus ride with every day, and I see them. I don't know them just because I've seen them. Have y'all hung out these times that y'all seen each other, NECA? No. And that's what she's trying to insinuate. And that's what Wendy's trying to let you know, that she don't know you. So Andy asked NECA if she was trying to communicate to Wendy to get on the show. NECA says no. She says that the Married to Medicine producers tried to reach out to Ike to get them on Married to Medicine. I was like, okay, so what happened there? Why the hell you ain't over there with them? That'd have been interesting to see the NECA and Ike on Married to Medicine. Especially since Ike is they I don't want to misspeak, but ain't they Nigerian? And then Dr. Alicia and her husband Kimu, they Nigerian too, I think. That would have been an interesting dynamic to see if Ike has the same values as Kimu when we see NECA disrespecting his ass on a daily. But either way, she says that Lebe was in talks with her also about trying to get on Married to Medicine. So she said she wasn't in contact at all with Wendy to try to get on RHOP. So of course Andy brings up the Osu comment. He asks what does Osu mean? And Wendy's like, well, Candace, you brought it to the show, bitch. She didn't say it like that, but she was like, huh, you brought this very taboo topic to the show. So Ashley's like, I've never tried to misrepresent or pretend like I know what it is. But like she said, you brought it to the show. That's what she just said. You brought it to the show. So now don't try to, what's the word? Like, don't try to nitpick at how, I don't know. It's just like, Ashley just so full of shit for me. Like, you brought it to the show, but now you want to sit here right here and talk about something. Well, I never pretended to act like I knew, but you was saying shit. I can't remember all that you say because I be high, but you was saying some shit. Like, Ashley, You sat right there and laughed in your confessional when the producer said, "Why would you bring that to Wendy?" Like Nneka said something disrespectful. Like you wanted that, and you wonder why people uh, believe that you brought Deborah around for the mess. So Andy asks Candace, like, what were your intentions of bringing up the Osu thing then? And Candace asks Ashley, like, and why didn't you bring it to Wendy first? Like in private type shit, off camera type shit. I keep saying type shit. I'm sorry. I was just watching that show on YouTube where the celebrities be picking the people, whatever. And I was just watching NLE Chopper's joint. He kept saying type shit and it just this shit is in my head. But anyway, yeah, so Andy's like, well, what was your intentions of saying it? And Candace is like, and why didn't you bring it to Wendy? And Ashley's like, well, it was brought to my attention once and then again right before I met Nneka. But it was about Wendy, so why didn't you bring it to Wendy and not Nneka when Nneka don't even know Wendy like that? Like, just come on, Ashley. Come on, forehead. I don't like that name because I got a big forehead and people used to joke on my forehead back in the day. I love Candace to death, but I don't like that name. So yeah, so what's her name? Ashley says that she it was brought to her attention right before she met Nneka. And you could hear Wendy murmur like, oh, convenient. How convenient. How convenient of it all. So this one, Ike chimes in and he's like, oh, Sue, we don't talk about that. It's so taboo. We don't talk about that. We're not going to get into that. But it seems like your wife was ready to spill it all about Osu. But she says at one point, like, none of us here are equipped to talk about that. So Wendy, she get in Ashley asked a little bit more. I forgot all the stuff she said. And Ashley was just sitting there like, bitch, what can you say? You brought that shit to the show. You ain't even African, bitch. So Andy asked Wendy, what does she need from Nneka to move on? And Wendy's like, oh, I don't need anything. We could just agree to coexist and move forward. So Nneka, she goes on more about how she feel like Wendy is trying to ice her out and that she had no smoke for Ashley when Ashley, she had none of the smoke for Ashley when they was filming. This is like, why are you deflecting to Ashley when it's about like, girl, whatever. Don't bring her back. Put her on Married to Medicine. I give her a chance on there. We'll see. So then we get Kiana joining the stage. I don't know why I thought she wasn't coming. Maybe that was Sharice I was thinking about. Why am I thinking about Sharice? Good grief. Good riddance. We don't need her on there. So Kiana, she joins the stage and they bring up how her confessional look. They felt like her confessional look. Fans felt like her confessional look. Kiana's confessional look throughout the season was the best out of everybody. I thought it was cute. They showed the picture. I was like, oh, okay, I remember. Yeah, that was cute. So Kiana, she goes on to talk about her experience on the show and shares how she met Wendy. And Andy asks her who she's gotten close to on the show. She pretty much says everybody. She's like, I love everybody. So of course, it's brought up that Wendy didn't check on Kiana on the DR trip, and they show that clip of Wendy saying she didn't want to stay in the room with Kiana. I thought it was because Kiana's sick, and it's like, why would you want to stay in the room with someone that's sick on a vacation? So that's what I thought it was. But until Wendy says that everybody had their own room, so she wanted her own room. But you could hear Giselle and Robin ask, it's like, oh, well, we didn't know yet. And Nneka too. We didn't know yet about the rooms. Look, scary ass. And say it then. Y'all obviously not sure if y'all not saying it out loud. Why not say something? Because if that was Candace and Wendy, they would have said something. They'd be like, that's a lie because we didn't even know about the rooms yet. But y'all scary asses whispering under y'all breath because y'all don't even know. So just shut up. So Kiana says that Wendy not coming to check on her and that clip of her saying she didn't want to be in the room with Kiana. She said that it did bother her a little bit, but they didn't delve into that and ask Wendy more or like get Wendy to apologize to Kieran. I thought that was weird. So of course Kieran brings up again that Giselle was the only one that came to check on her. And this is when Candace says that was strategic. It wasn't even about Kieran. It was to make Candace and Wendy look like bad friends. And I swear I said that shit. I don't remember if I said it on my review, but I know I said that when I seen that. When I seen her go check on it and Kieran kept bringing it up every damn episode after that, I was like, this is not even about Giselle trying to come check on you. She just wanted to make it known that she was the only one that came to check on you. And Candace and Wendy supposed to be your friends. And the two that she don't like, of course, she trying to make them look bad at every turn. I said that. So when Candace said that, I was like, yeah, she hit that right on the nose. And Giselle was like, I believe that is false. I don't even know what we get from Giselle. Like, she's so corny. She don't even have one-liners. She don't even have any catchphrases. Like, she don't even give. She's just pretty. That's it. She ain't married, so it's just like, why we still have her on the show on our screen? It's annoying at this point. At least have some shade or something. Know how to shade people. She don't even know how to do that. She don't even know how to dance. She just always awkward. Anyways, Wendy's package is shown. I love Wendy. But that whole Kieran situation, if it wasn't because you didn't want to sleep in a room with someone that was sick, then now I'm looking at you funny, Wendy, but I still love you. I be biased on my shit. I can agree with something, but I could also be looking at somebody funny. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I love me some Karen Huger. You can never not make me love that woman, but looking at her sideways because of that DUI situation. Looking at her sideways. Anyway, Wendy's package is shown, and afterwards she shares that her talk show is going well, but it did turn out to be more difficult than she expected. And she says that her candle business is still like shipping orders out. She just ain't been promoting it, I guess. And she says that she might put a pause on teaching to spend more time with her kids because she's missing like these pivotal moments in their lives and things like that. So then it's brought up that Wendy called Mia slow. And Wendy don't even like apologize. She's just like, Mia said she was bi-coastal or some shit she brought up. And I was just like, this is not even her like apologizing. She's just like, well, bitch is slow. So, then where am I? Because I was like, she was just like, well, so then it's brought up that when Wendy called Nneka a crackhead, I still think that fucking shit was hilarious. It was so left field that it was so hilarious. That's what made it so hilarious. But Wendy does apologize to Nneka for the crackhead comment. I just thought it was hilarious. So then Ashley's package is shown. I'm just like, I don't know why I felt like we had watched all the packages. But I guess not. So Ashley's package is shown, and afterwards she shares that she got like a little friend, but like basically it ain't gonna go no further because he don't want kids or get married or something like that or both. She says that her and Michael basically like got to a point where they like of contention where they just like in the moment and things like that. But she said it'd be the good times and then it'd be those bad times. So she said, like, at this point, she's finally filed a complaint for her divorce. We'll see. If she comes back season 9, will she be actually divorced? So Andy asking Ashley, like, how much money is you expecting in this divorce after this divorce is finalized? And Ashley's like, well, she says, I'm looking for like a sizable amount. And NECA, she's like, oh, won't Michael still look out for you after the divorce? And Ashley's like, oh, I know he'll look out for his kids, but I don't know how much that extends to me. And I'm like, sheesh. She's supposed to have her little side money. She's supposed to have been stacking up ever since she met that nigga. Ever since she met him, she's supposed to be stacking up. She ain't supposed to be down bad if when they divorce. And that's really why she holding on. She don't want to say it in too many words, but that's basically what it is. I mean, she's saying it, but she's not saying it. So then they basically, the fan question, they like, Ashley, you might not have married Michael for his money, but you damn sure stand with him for his money. So Ashley's like, she's like, yeah. She's like, when I met Michael, he swept me off my feet. We traveled the world together, and I will admit I got comfortable. That's got comfortable and didn't have no saving. Didn't save, didn't put nothing to the side. She's like, I still love that man. I used to rub his feet. So she clarifies in this moment, because in the trailer we saw her say she rubbed Michael's feet every night. She clarifies that she used to do that when they was together. We don't know how true that is. She probably still do that shit. Right after he just came home from smashing a boy. Smashing a nigga. So Andy's like, well, what did you ladies think of the G&A fashion show? I ain't gonna lie, I thought some people was gonna fake, but all the ladies stood on business and they said basically what they said in their confessionals. I thought it was hilarious. Karen was like, it's giving like a booty call, whatever she said, like what she said in her confessional. I said, okay, everybody stood on what they said. So this is when Andy brings up the physical altercation. Kiana explains what happens in more details, and she basically like, I defended myself after a glass was thrown at my face. It cut my face. And I was like, damn, I didn't even know it was that. I mean, I remember hearing something about her face being cut. Something about stitches. I think they did say that in the last episode. I mean, the episode of the altercation. I can't remember. So yeah, after Kiana says all that, Andy brings up the names that Candace was calling Deborah. Like, it should even fucking matter. They're words. They're not touch. They're not. I'm just like, really? It shouldn't even matter what Candace said. Once again, Candace getting touched because of her words. It's crazy to me. And then the whole Monique situation, Candace got touched because of Giselle. Like, remember when they showed it back? Who actually touched Monique and made her feel like she got touched to react, to swing? And it actually was Giselle. So it's just like, here we are again. So Andy brings up the name calling that Candace was doing to Deborah. And Candace, she explains, which I feel like she shouldn't even have to. She explains the names. She says that the name calling came after Deborah approached her saying, like, basically aggressively like, do we have a problem? Approached her for a moment, Candace said. So then in this moment, Mia tried to chime in and tried to like kind of tell Candace about herself. But I'm like, at the same time, you proving, you helping Candace's case. Because Mia chimes in and says that Deborah also tried to come at her that night about Mia rating her a 4 in her confessional on the show. They showed a clip of Mia rating Deborah a 4. She said Deborah tried to confront her that night about that. And she said she kept it cute and called her a 10 and a beautiful black queen and all this other stuff. And she's like, if I had called her vermin and stuff, she would have tried to throw a glass on me too. I'm just like, you just helped Candace's case. You just basically showed that Deborah wanted a moment. And she didn't care who it was going to be with. If you would have piped up on her, Mia, the moment would have been with you. But you didn't, so she went and moved on to Candace. You sitting here trying to tell Candace that her words can affect, like, no. That's crazy to me. Talking about she got to be mindful. She's talking about, I mean, she tells Candace you got more to lose. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But it's just like, in the same sense, you sitting here telling her that, but listen to what you just said. She came at you too. So she was looking for a moment at period, whoever it was going to be with. So Andy, he asked Giselle what she thought of it all. Who gives a fuck? She wasn't even there. So this is when Giselle's like, oh, I feel like everyone is involved. I mean, I feel like everyone is responsible. Deborah, Candace, she even names Wendy. Immediately when she said Wendy, I was like, what are you talking about Wendy for? Wendy wasn't even involved. And she says, Wendy, who she say? She said Deborah, Candace, Wendy, Kierna. You notice how she put Candace and Wendy in the middle of Deborah and Kierna when they didn't even throw fists, throw hands? So even Mia comes to Wendy's defense in that moment. She's like, well, Wendy had nothing to do with it. So then Giselle's like, okay, well, take Wendy out of it. Take Wendy out of it. And you wonder why people call you a colorist, bitch. Like putting Wendy in it when she had nothing to do with it, so left field. Have you seen the video, or are you just... And even still, you still put Candace in it. Candace had nothing to do with it. Candace used her words, and this bitch came and used glass and fist and shit. Is that moment where Candace was like, and y'all want me to be cool with this? Like, y'all want me to be friends with this, make up with this? I was like, I feel you, because this bitch, I feel you. It's like, bitch, like, you wonder why people think, like, your ass is, that's colorist behavior right there. Because Wendy had nothing to do with it. And notice how she didn't even say Ashley. I just realized that she didn't even say Ashley's name. Ashley should have knew better. It's y'all damn business event. Y'all first business event, joint business event. Why would your messy ass bring your friend that's been talking shit about the husbands and the cast all last season and this season? And the fact that you had to cut her off means you didn't even know her like you thought you did. So why would you even bring her around after the shit that happened last season? After seeing that she lied, that should have let you know right there, oh, she ain't the bitch I thought she was. But Ashley, she thrives off messy shit like that. So in this moment, I don't know why Karen did this in this moment. Karen's like, oh, I don't know why Karen does this, but she brings up Candace's comments again about Deborah. And Candace explains again. I don't even know why the fuck she got to explain. She says those things. She says those things after Deborah had already approached her, and Mia's like, "You can't do that, Candace." Like, girl, this coming from the bitch that threw a drink because she couldn't handle intelligent words from Wendy. Like, come on, Mia. Like, come on, bitch. You should just pipe. You should just shut up and deal with your own crazy ass storyline. So Mia's like, you can't do that, Candace. And Candace's like, yes, I can. Especially when she's already threatened me before. So Andy asked Candace, like, would you have hit Deborah with that bottle? Candace like, I don't know what I would have done. I just know she was in my, like, basically she was in my personal space. I don't remember what she said. Candace gets emotional, and then you see Robin over there smirking. They just have no remorse. They have no remorse. They flash this to Robin smirking like a little ass kid. So Candace, she gets emotional. She turns to Kieran and Wendy. She's like, I'm not expecting you guys to fight for me. I'm thinking that I'm on my own. So then, of course, it's brought up about of Ashley basically implying that Candace's mouth once again got her in is the reason for the mess. So Ashley's like, well, Candace's words made the situation more explosive. No, your friend throwing the glass made things more explosive, bitch. Like, come on. Come on. Like, I'm just so the crazy hypocrisy in this goddamn show. So Candace says, like what I just said, she's like, Deborah would have reacted either. If I didn't say nothing or tried to fight her, either way I reacted, she would have reacted the same. She wanted a moment. Hence why she went to Mia too. She wanted a moment with anybody. She's thirsty. So Ashley says that Deborah expressed to her that she wanted to clear the air with Candace, and she didn't know how to approach her. That's not how you approach her. If you listen to the audio, what did she go up to her and say? She said, is this something that you want to say to? How is that clearing the air? What is that? That's not clearing the air. So Ashley, she then apologizes to Kiana, and he's like, Kiana, do you accept the apology? Kiana's like, well, no, because Ashley is the queen of aftermath apologies. She ain't even going to more. Ashley was like, can you deliberate on that? And Kiana's like, no, sweetie, you just know what you are. I was like, okay, so Kiana not feeling Ashley ass no more. I don't blame her. Like, look at the shit you hang around. Like, look at that. So then Kieran and Karen get emotional. Kieran thanks Karen for basically coming to her aid after the physical altercation. We all saw Karen go in there and look after her. And she thanks all the other ladies for the kind words and accepting her on the show and things like that. I say bring her back. I like her. I didn't like her at first, because she kept bringing up the whole Giselle situation. And it was something else she did too at the beginning of the season. It was something she did. I can't remember. Damn. It was something she did that kind of turned me off on her. Or was it just that one Giselle situation? I mean, she has a right to feel how she feels if that was the one situation. I think It was something else, or am I thinking of Dr. Alicia from Emergency Medicine? I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was something. It was something that kind of turned me off of Kieran at the beginning or middle of the season. I can't remember what else. I mean, what it was. It's not coming to me anyway. Andy then opens the floor up to anyone that wants to apologize or own up to anything. It's fucking quiet. So he has to start saying names. He's like Candace and Robin. And Robin's like, oh, I have no animosity, hatred towards Candace. And Candace is like saying, basically, she's like, you said you don't, you said the friendship is dead. So if that changes, basically the ball is going to have to be in your court, Robin. And I felt that. I was like, yeah, say that this bitch does, Candace. I'm over it. We over her. Now both of y'all leaving the show. It's just like, okay. I don't give a fuck, skedaddle Robin, but I'm gonna miss Candace and her witty ass comeback. And her beast of comebacks. So Andy's like Nneka and Wendy, and Nneka's like, I've taken accountability for everything I said, and I've tried to extend that olive branch and da 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 da. Just keep saying the most, but not saying shit. So Wendy's like, well, again I say, what did I do to you? Because you keep saying what my family has done. What have I done to you? I noticed that they took that part out that I saw in the trailer of Wendy talking to Nneka in their native language. Or maybe the website I watched it don't cut it out, but I didn't see that no more when it played. And I noticed that when we supposed to get Karen's like triple 60 birthday party, we didn't get that. I feel like they cut a lot of shit out. Weird. I don't know how I feel about that. They gotta do a lot of revamping in season 9. Candace and Robin are gone. I say get rid of Nneka too. Get rid of Giselle, of course. Or if y'all gonna keep Giselle, bring somebody in that can match her energy, but it's brown skin. I don't care. I'm with the shits. I don't care. That's how I feel. So Candace mentions Wendy and Nneka both apologize to each other, and Nneka's like, I who said that? Like I received no apologies. And Andy gives his final thoughts to the ladies, yada yada yada. Karen and Giselle do the Lord. They crown Andy Duke of Potomac. Very corny. I was just like, okay, whatever. Now y'all want to come together. I wouldn't even do that shit if I was Karen, but Karen know how to play the role, so it is what it is. Like I said, season 9, they're gonna have to do some revamping. It's just like I get, I'm all here for mental health. Of course, mental health is important, and I know if Candace is trying to have a baby or maybe already pregnant or whatever, the stress of the show would not be good for her or whatever. So I understand her completely leaving the show. But I'm also upset that she left the show because it's just like basically you just gave this bitch Giselle what she fucking wanted. Because she tried to ice you out this past season hoping because she an OG that you would get put off the show. And now you leaving. So it's just like, and that's like low key 1%. Do I feel like you got kicked off the show? I don't know. But it's just like, I'm mad that you're leaving the show. Like, I'm mad that you're leaving the show. You're giving Giselle what she wants. It's annoying. But I understand mental health and the stress and pregnancy and all that. I definitely understand. But the fact that you're giving Giselle what she wants is annoying. And the fact that Wendy is now basically alone. I mean, of course, Karen is there, but it's just like, she also got to try to play the neutral situation. And if you playing the neutral, Giselle gonna still have Ashley with Robin being gone, and Mia. Let's not forget Mia. Mia's storyline, we know her ass is gonna be with that nigga. Maybe not. Shit, a lot of shit could happen by the next time they start filming. She's gonna be with that nigga, probably still taking care of Gordon. We'll see. We know Karen gonna have to answer for that DUI in the next season, and Giselle, of course, she gonna be probably the new nigga that she talking about in the reunion that we probably ain't even gonna see on the damn show. And her twins going to college. That's gonna be her storyline. Wendy, I'm not so sure. I mean, she could probably have a talk show. I guess we're gonna see her mommy on the mode since she's talking about stepping down, being more with the kids. I guess we're gonna see that. They gotta shake it up. I need somebody to come in and just somebody that can connivingly and like get Giselle off the show. Somebody that can get Giselle off the show so connivingly, like, and that's all I can think. But man, thanks for watching this review. If you watched all my reviews of RHOP, thanks for this long journey and draining and toxic journey of RHOP. I'm kind of happy it's coming to it. I'm happy I don't have to review this damn show for a while. Thanks for watching this review, and comment below what you thought of this review. I mean, what you thought of this review. What you thought of this final part of this reunion, the season 8 reunion. What you would grade it. Like I said, I graded it. Did I grade it at the beginning? I think I ain't graded at the beginning, but I'm gonna grade it a C- because it was just at one point Giselle tried to say Candace didn't take accountability of anything. Bitch, she apologized for the death threats that ain't even her fault. She apologized for calling you white looking ass. It's just like, what else do you want from her, bitch? She ain't responsible for them death threats, and you can't even take that. You couldn't even take that she was getting emotional for you. Like, it's annoying at this point. Get her ass out of here. Why is she even a housewife at this point? She has none of the qualities except for she pretty. That's it. Get her up out of here, man. C- this reunion. Get it up out of here. Revamp this shit. Comment below what y'all thought of it. All the grades, all the stuff. If I forgot anything, all that stuff, whatever. Like the video. Subscribe to my channel. I don't only review RHOP. I review other shows as well. Leave in the comments what shows y'all watch. I might start reviewing some new shows because I'm about to be on a hiatus because ain't none of the shows that I review are on right now. So I got to check and see if there's any shows I might want to review that's about to come on. But either way, this is about to be my last review for a little while until one of my shows come back on. Again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out those comments. Check out those likes. Check out those subscribers. Do all that good stuff and get my engagement up. Get my all that stuff up. My algorithm. It fixes your algorithm. All that good stuff. I'm rambling at this point. See y'all in the next review. Peace.